Hey guys, Nick here. Another Dotloop video. I'm going to show you today how to do a version replace on a document. And I'm also going to talk to you about how to name your documents for future use and how to keep a loop named effectively so you don't get confused later in the transaction. As we all know, there's a lot of docs coming in and out in the beginning, and we also see docs through negotiations and offers on listings especially can get messy if you don't keep them organized. So here I'm going to show you how to do a version replace. This is just a sample loop. So say I have, as you can see, I have two counter offers in here. Now, as we know, we get multiple counters, and you got a first counter and a second counter. Of course, the first counter is invalid. I'm going to want to replace it with a second counter. So what I can do is I can grab this document and put it on top. And it's going to say, do you want to replace that document with counter offer number two? I'm going to say yes. And there you go. So versions, like you have purchase agreement versions, any other document that has versions or statuses of signatures. So say it's first, it's your buyer, it's buyer signed, and then the seller rejected it, and then you drew another one, and then you have the executed document. So say this counter I just brought in here was the executed document. Now we're going to go into naming. What I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to name this so I know it's done. And it's very easy to just put docs in the loop via email, via browse on your computer, and via template, and lose track of what version is what. So first you want to make sure the most current versions are visible. Then you're going to want to name it. If it's done, if this doc is done, I'm going to want to, and ignore the autofill because this doc is already done. Ignore that I haven't done anything with it. It's already done. I'm going to name it. And I like to name my executed documents -EX. So every document I have in my loop that is done, executed, has a -EX on it. So I know that this is the final counter. I don't have any other counter versions out here. I've put all my documents in, and I've dropped them on each other for version replace. We have a version, sequential version of documents, and this one is the final version. So when I finish this PA, you may have PA and its addenda. I would suggest splitting them all out individually as they went in. So you have the purchase agreement, its addenda, and say you have some disclosures and other things. You have a disclosure folder in this loop. I would -EX after every version. So then when you're done and you're ready to close this loop and we have to check it to make sure everything is in there, it's all right in front of your eyes. There are many times you get to closing and you go, or has happened to agents where they go, I forgot to have the LBP signed. Well, if we were more organized, we wouldn't have forgotten to do that crucial piece and have an LBP signed at closing, which we don't want to do because it just makes you look bad in front of your client, like you weren't on top of your paperwork, and that's one of our fiduciary responsibilities. So anyway, I use -EX on documents. You can use whatever. You can put final, the word final, just make it visible and make it easy to see so you can differentiate in a hurry where the executed versions are. So if you have any questions, of course, reach out to me and have a great day.